Hi, it's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and welcome. I'm going to be kitting up my next diamond painting on this video. So this is it. It's a 30 by 30 and it has a whopping 49 colours. I don't think I've ever had such a small painting have so many colours. So what I have done is I have labelled up my containers already. Got those all labelled up with the DMC numbers because otherwise we'll be here all day, and I have a bath running. So let's get started. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to group these. They all tend to have come, they've been pretty good at putting them sort of in order, but I've had them in and out of this bag so many times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of group them into the amount of packets, just because that makes it a little bit easier for me when it comes to working out how many to open. They're both 4 packets and one of them is longer than the other. Okay, that's just to mess with my brain, I think. Okay, so we've got 3s and 2s. A lot of them are 2s. So let's just move those over there. That's a 3, but it was split. And what I thought is this may be a little bit easier for me to just, any that I've only got a single packet of, I can just put them straight away in the tubs. And then any that I've got more of, I can figure out how many packets that I actually want to put in, depending on how many I need. So we'll start with these sort of 3s here, just to get some of these bigger ones out of the way. So this is 712. I'm going to need 458. So if we go by, there might be 200 plus, 220, 225. I may or may not need this bag, so I'm not going to include this bag for now. I'm going to pop that one into my spares, and that's the sort of decision I'm going to make per colour, depending on how many of them I need. So let's get rid of those bitty bags. I'm just going to create myself a little pile over there to deal with later, and then I'm going to pop that spare one in my bag of spares. And I have noticed I have got one of these Rogue 3810s in there, so we'll get hold of that. 829. This one again, we need 412 for the painting, and there may well be 412 just included in 2 bags, so I'm going to keep the other one as a spare. Get these tipped in. I'm eager to have another diamond painting set up, so I've been getting my other one de-kitted so I can get this one ready. I'm not going to be able to do any this evening, it's way too late. So this one we need 482. Even if we had 225 in each packet, I still think we're going to need the 3rd packet, so I'm going to open all of them for this one. But yeah, I'm eager to have one ready, just because I haven't done any diamond painting in a few days. So by having one prepped up, if I do get an extra half hour or 20 minutes, I may be able to get some done. Okay, so 742, 448. So on the basis of 225, I'm going to pop a spare packet in there. And we'll just pop 2 in. So this is quite muted colours, this kit. And I did have a look before, and I think the lowest amount of diamonds this sheet says I need is, for one of them I only need 70. That's still quite a few diamonds considering it's got so many colours. Okay, so for 939, 716. So I'm going to keep hold of one spare just because I like to put sort of a maximum of 3 in. However, I think I am going to need the extra packet when it comes to this one. Ooh. I'm losing them already. So we've got 939 and then 938, which I'm pre-looking. That's the next one. For that one, it says we need 610. And they've actually given us 4 packets. So for that one, I actually doubt I will need the last packet. So we'll pop that one away. Oh, and we've got a rogue little piece of pink in the bottom of that one from my last painting. So we've got 938. This one's a dark brown. I do expect a few darker colours for this one, mixed in with all the bright ones. So that's 938. And then the other one I've got a big amount of is 310. I have 10 packets of those. So let's do 3 and see how they fit in. And then the rest will be going in the spares anyway. I may open a 4th depending on how full this gets. Because they don't look that full, these bags, unless it's just because they're bigger. So we have had sort of 2 different size bags, even though they're ones that hold 200. No, we're going to leave it at 3. You can fit 4 in these, but I think 3 is definitely more of a comfortable figure. And then we're on the singles, so we know full well all of these are going to go in. So first up, this is the bag that was split. If you've seen my unboxing, this one had started to go everywhere. So I'll pop this one into all the bits into a little bag just to stop them getting too mulled up. That's, oh, come on. And then I've actually got 3814, which goes next to it. And I've actually got 3766, which goes next to it as well. So they were very close together when they packed them. If you have seen my unboxing, when these were packed up, all the numbers seem to have been packed in order, which was quite nice. And if I'd have known that before I started pulling them apart, I might have paid a bit more attention. Okay, so this one is 554. I'm just going to double check. Yes, it is. It's sort of got half the number on the top and half the number on the bottom. And then we've got a 606. What else have we got? Let's have a look. Okay, so we've got 152. Ooh. And I'm making a mess. I think I'm rushing because I know I've got a bath running. Our bath runs very slow. We do know why. We just don't want to rip the whole bath panel off and stuff to change the taps so that it flows better. So I just tend to do other stuff while the bath's running. I've sort of got in a habit now of of doing a load of other things, and I've just put this colour in the wrong one. So I've just put 152 into 155. So that tells me I need to slow down and take a minute, otherwise I'm going to muck something up. Sorry, yeah, so I've just got in the habit of setting a sort of timer for the bath and getting something else done and then going and having my bath. And tonight it's kitting up my next diamond painting. So, oh, 164. So yeah, there's quite a few of these. Aren't using too many colours, as you can see. But I still think it's going to look awesome. Okay, 518. So these are all the ones that I just get a single bag of. So I know I'm going to need to get in them. So I'm just going to open them straight. And then we'll have a look at the bags that we get 2 of. And I think I'm going to go along the lines roughly of if the diamond painting needs 225 to 230, I'll only open 1 bag. If it needs more than that, I'll open both. I think that's the way I'm going to work it. Ooh. Again, I'm rushing. So what sort of diamond paintings are you all working on? Let me know on the comments below. Are you working on a small diamond painting? Maybe you're working on a big one. What is it that you're working on? Okay, now this is one that I am going to do something a little bit different with. So I have marked on my inventory sheet any of the colours that I need for my Heaven and Earth designs, of which there is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 of these colours I'll be using for my Heaven and Earth design. Some of them are just topping it up, and some of them are colours that I don't have. However, I haven't needed them yet, so I'm not going to panic about what to do with them until I finish this painting. However, I have one colour, which is 3328, that I do need for my Heaven and Earth designs. And for this painting, I need 108. So what I've done is I've tipped, you know, more than half of the bag in here. I'm going to pop a few in here so that I can fill in my gaps on my next Heaven and Earth Designs whip and chat. And I have marked my sheet with like 2 stars. One of them actually looks like a heart, but I've marked it twice, and that shows that I have pinched some. So if I do come to that colour and find that I've run out, and of course I don't have spares, I'll know where they are. And I only need that on one colour with this. So I'm just pinching them a little bit early. I'm not finishing the painting first, which I normally would, because I like to fill the gaps. And I will be doing a Heaven and Earth Design whip and chat soon. I have, well, at the time I'm recording this, I have just put a Heaven and Earth Design whip and chat up. However, that was done about 2 weeks ago. Me and my husband have recently come back from a week long in New York. We did a lot of walking, had an absolutely fantastic time. Jet lag hit me more than it does when I go to Australia. So yeah, jet lag really hit me when we came back, and I'm only just getting back into the swing of things now. So there will be another Heaven and Earth Designs whip and chat soon, because I have gaps to fill. Not only from this diamond painting that I've just pinched, but I have another pot here, which is ones I can fill from diamonds that I was sent by a subscriber. So I'm a little bit eager to get them done. Okay, so I've moved on to the twin bags. I'm having a look. So 792, need 237. So I reckon I'm going to need both bags for this one, so I'm just going to open both. It's only if it's really close to 200 and I'm not going to open the second bag. Other than that, I'm just going to get them opened and in. So what have we got now? 315. So 315, I need 205 of them. So I'm going to open one bag because there is a chance I won't need the second one. I'm going to pop that one into my spares. And then we've got 413. For this one, 383. I don't think I'm going to get that many in one bag. So straight away, I'm just going to open them both and be done. Can I find the missing one? Here it is, 371. So for this one, 208 are needed. So again, I'm just going to open one bag because I might not need this one. I'm going to pop this into my little bag, which many people ask. I got these from a scrapbooking kit, but I have seen them in the likes of Home Bargains or stationery shops. So if you're looking for something like this, have a look in your local stationery shop and you'll probably find it there. So 469, 316. I'm going to say we'll need both bags. So let's tip both in. I'm getting brave. I'm opening 2 bags at once. And on the whole, it's working. I'm also slightly trying to do it in order as well. So 647 just saves me looking at the sheet too much. Now this one is 230. It's that borderline. Do I? Don't I? So I am just going to open one bag. That's probably my limit. Then again, I'll find one that says 231 in a minute and I won't open the bag. 677, 398. This is the one that I'm hoping they have more than 200 in each bag. If not, they need to have at least 200. Because if I drop any of them, I might not have enough for my painting. And that would not be good. 720, 351. So let's open them both. And I think because there's only a couple of colours that I've got a lot of diamonds for, because most of them are only 1 or 2 bags. I think that is the reason this one is coming together or kitting up a little bit quicker. So for this one, I need 285. So I'm going to open both bags. If a bag averages 200, I don't think I'm going to have that many extras. So 743, 348. Yeah, I'm not going to have 148 more than what they expect. So let's put them all in. And that's a nice yellow, that one. That's going to bring some lightness to the painting. 780. Oh, this one's even closer. So for this one, I need 399 for the painting. Do you think I'm going to run out? Maybe put your comments below and see. So I've got a couple now that I have very close in numbers if there is exactly 200 in a bag. So maybe cast your votes now as to whether you think I'm going to run out of any of these colours. And then when it gets to the review, I'll let you know whether I run out of any of these colours. So what's next? 796. And a drink of my brew. This one, and actually 823, which is straight after it. Both of these need 386. That's not too close. Okay, opening 2 bags didn't work there, did it? That's not too close if there is 200 in the bag. But needing 399 a little bit too close, in my opinion. I am hoping that their inventory sheet actually overestimates how many the painting actually needs. Oh, I need that one. Here's hoping, but we'll see. 832, 361. So we'll open both bags. So for most of these, I am actually keeping it as 2 bags. Missing any in there? 890. So for 890, oh, here we go. 232. What do I do? Do I open 1 bag? Do I open 2 bags? What are we going for? Do we think we're going to have 32 extra diamonds? No, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just open it. See, I said 830 was my limit, didn't I? I was so tempted to put one in the spares. Okay, 977. That one I need 209. So for that, I am going to put 1 bag in the spares, and I'm only going to open 1. Because it's more likely that I may not need it. We will see. 995, 237. These bags seem fuller, but going on the basis of 230, I'm just going to put them all in. If I end up with loads left now, I'm going to regret my decision. Okay, 996. I definitely need all of these. So let's get those all in. How many colours? I've got vision. There's going to be confetti everywhere. Okay, 3031, 259. So we'll put both in. I'm actually quite looking forward to working on this one. I'd love to see what it's like. And I want it to be good, because the seller was so good with the package being marked as the address was unreadable and it was returned to sender. They were so good and so quick with sending out replacement canvases that I actually want this one to turn out really nice, and I want it to be really good because I want to use this seller again. And you know, I may still do, depending on if I do run out what they say. But so far I'm impressed. All the colours are there that they say need to be there. All the colours are now potted. Let's have a look at what these look like. Look at that. Wow. That looks amazing. Okay, so all of those are done. I'm going to keep hold of my inventory sheet, and that will go in my little pouch. And then I have got my tub in here. So this, for those that haven't seen it, this is just a little tub from Home Bargains, grand sum of 89p, just a little clear tub. I've got sort of some sheets that have come off recent paintings, just little strips that hang around in the bottom. I probably need to get rid of a few soon, there's a few too many. Sorry, the image, the camera did its saving of its image again. Sorry, yeah, so I've got this tub from Home Bargains. I've just got some sheets in case I peel back too big a section and want to cover up some while I work on it. I'll pop in there my little A5 pouch with any spares that I have left. Not that there's many for this one. I've got my 2 tubs. I then also have a little tub, and now I did pick this up from Australia just from a at like a dollar store. But this has got my current pen, which I'll use until it's bashed, pair of scissors for opening the bags, Ever Moment tweezers, 2 little clips in case I need to clip the diamond paint into my light pad, though normally that's only if it's a really big one. I've got a little pot that I'd got from a previous painting. If I find that I end up with bits of trash or, you know, rubbish drills, quite often I'll just sit this pot on my desk and throw them in there. And then I've got a little pot with my wax to stop that drying out. So that's my little toolkit that sits in there, and then I do use a big tray. The little tray will fit in there, but I do like to use the big tray. So that is my little sort of pull out of the cupboard, pop on the couch next to me to start diamond painting. And then all that's left to do is prep the canvas. Now I'm just having a look. There is a little bit of glue overhang. There's not a lot, but what we'll do is we'll get that sorted now. Just gonna got some Heaven and Earth design little pots in the way. So I'm trying to get hold of my metal ruler, and my filming studio lights were in the way. Okay, so what I do is I line up my metal ruler, and we should be able to get the full length of this. So this is the full length of the canvas, and then I just use sort of a standard knife, and I'm quite light. Don't press down too hard if you're doing this, because you can cut through the canvas. Having said that, we're not actually cutting on any of the design areas, so if you do, you've probably just got ready for framing a little bit too early. And then I'm just going to peel up the excess glue, or the excess double-sided tape, as it is. And we'll get rid of that. Then we'll get that flattened down. Now, if you did see the unboxing of this did get a little bit creased in the way it was packaged, but I'm not particularly seeing any problems. There is a couple of little bubbles in the glue, but there's nothing on the back of the canvas. But there is a few little bubbles. I normally just use the edge of my scissors to get any air out of it, but while I'm seeing a couple, I'm just going to cut across them with my knife. And all I'm basically doing is just cutting the glue so that the air has got somewhere to escape. And of course, the more places you cut it in, the more places it's got to escape. Now the edge of the glue, in fact pretty much all around this painting, the edge of the glue is very thin, but just stop my timer, that's telling me that my bath is nearly ready. But I'm nearly prepped, so let's get this finished up. So I did actually once cut through my canvas when pulling this off, just so you know, it does happen to everybody. I did it on a small section of my Heaven and Earth designs. When cutting the glue off the edge, I did cut through it. But it was round the edge, so it doesn't matter because that's what I tend to do before framing anyway. And then last section, so there is a couple more bubbles here, and this is just the way it's got creased in shipping. As long as the air is out of it, it does not affect the painting at all, which is why it doesn't bother me. What bothers me is if there is a bubble on the back of the painting. If there is a bubble on the back of the painting, then you can't tend to flatten it out because it is the whole canvas. It does not want to flatten out no matter what you try. They're the ones that bother me. They're the ones where I contact the seller and say, wait, I need new canvas. But for this, it's completely fine. And I nearly got that all the way off. There we go. Okay. So by doing those little cut throughs on the rivers, that should sort them all out. But what I am going to do is, this knife that I got was like a set of 3 from Hobbycraft for about £1. I'm going to pop the smaller one in my little toolkit, and then I have it with me if I need it. And then last but not least, I need to cut my cover sheet. Now for this, you do need to make sure that you don't cut all the way through, because this would be right in the middle of your design. But again, just do it lightly. If you need to cut it a second time, then cut it a second time. But this time it's 3 different layers you would have to go through to cut all the way through. And there we go. We're pretty much cut all the way through. Let me just check this side as well. There's a couple of places where I've not, mainly at the beginning, where I've not quite got it enough. But yeah, we're all good. And as you can see, the back of the canvas is fine. It's got no puckers in it whatsoever. So I'm just going to cut it twice more, because on a 30 part I tend to like 4 sections. Tends to be 4 sections even if it's 40 in length. I just tend to work on bigger sections, but you all get used to what you all get used to, do you not? And this is what I'm used to. Not sure if I actually cut through a little bit too heavy on that part. Oh no, we're good. I don't have any rips in the back of my canvas, we're all right. Okay, so that's my canvas prepped. I've got it cut into sections. And what I'll do is I'll start on the top. I'll actually start on the top right. That's because I'm right-handed. I can move across and I'm not leaning on any diamonds that I've already done. Though on a 30 by 30, you can pretty much start in any section you want, because you're not going to have to roll it up or lean on it with too much pressure. But what I'll probably do is fold that halfway, and then depending on how much time I've got, I might fold it halfway again, and I'll work on that section. And once that's done, I'll peel it to that side and do that section, and then I'll do it again and again. And some of the strips are bigger than others, but don't bother me. So that's that canvas ready. That's my pot ready. I might not be able to get any done tonight. However, it's all at least now prepped and ready for when I do get to do it. So if you've got any questions about, you know, how I prepare a canvas or anything that I've done this evening, please, you know, leave your questions in the comments below. I do have a quick tips video on removing the glue and on cutting the contact paper. I actually have it where I've cut it with scissors, so if you don't want to use a craft knife, I show you how I cut the contact paper with scissors instead to give you different sections. So have a look in my previous videos if you want to see that. There's also a few more preparation videos, so you can see how I do that on multiple different paintings. But thank you so much for joining me, and I'll speak to you all again soon.